You said you were here parang 15 years working. At what point in that 15-year level of employment that you knew that I'm gonna start my business?
Siguro I was in my second job when I realized there's also benefits to entrepreneurship and starting your own business. One is you get to have a flexible schedule. You get to spend more time with your family, no? And number two, also the opportunity to earn more is also there when you have your own business. So I said to myself, you know what? I can't be an employee for the rest of my life also. I've always wanted to have a business. So I worked my way slowly. It didn't just happen overnight. So careful preparation, also research about the business before I finally said, okay, you know what, I can go with this.
Hey guys, so in this video, we have Tina.
Hi there. Hi Marvin.
Yeah, hello. First question, how did you start this journey? What's your backstory for people to know? Because a lot of people want to go into business, but they don't know where to start, how to start. So how do you do it?
Prior to Balthazar, I was actually working for a fashion website in Singapore. I was doing buying and merchandising, and then prior to that I was working for a retail company here in Manila. That company was engaged in the operations of specialty stores, so also fashion, retail, merchandising. I've always wanted to start a business, but I never had the chance to do it because I was an employee for several years, for almost 15 years.
Okay.
So the jump is really like big for me. I had this opportunity and I really saw the potential. That's why I went for it.
But was this your first venture, or did you try other businesses tapos those businesses did not do well, and then which led you into this?
After I graduated, I started a small business with my classmate, and then while I was working, I also started with some parang small passion projects here and there. Then it was only later on when I was able to have much more savings set aside for the business.
You said you were here parang 15 years working. At what point in that 15-year level of employment that you knew that I'm gonna start my business?
Siguro I was in my second job when I realized there's also benefits to entrepreneurship and starting your own business. One is you get to have a flexible schedule. You get to spend more time with your family, no? And number two, also the opportunity to earn more is also there when you have your own business. So I said to myself, you know what, I can't be an employee for the rest of my life also. I've always wanted to have a business. So I worked my way slowly. It didn't just happen overnight. So careful preparation, also research about the business before I finally said, okay, you know what, I can go with this.
Was this your first choice when you're in retail? Kasi daming pwedeng benta rin. You can go clothes, bags, hats, etc.
Actually, the idea was founded in Singapore.
Okay.
So my husband is a private banker in Singapore, and he would always wear suits and dress shoes for client meetings, for sales meetings, etc. I started buying shoes, like high-end luxury brands, leather shoes, no? But they were very expensive and not sustainable. Then we also tried yung mga shoe brands sa malls na medyo mass market. Yun nga, the quality wasn't very good. So we realized, why isn't there a men's shoe brand that offers quality products at fair and reasonable prices? There weren't a lot of options out there, which is why we decided to found Balthazar.
Based on what you're telling me, you did the due diligence, you started to research.
Yes,
but the biggest, I think, hindrance for a lot of people is, what's the first step?
We really wanted to use premium quality material. All our dress shoes from Balthazar make use of full grain calf leather, not just on the upper part, not just on the outside, but also on the inner lining of the shoe. If you're not familiar, full grain calf leather is several grades higher than the commercially popular genuine leather. And it's also the topmost layer of the cowhide, making it more durable and also more breathable. Unfortunately, this raw material is not available here in the Philippines, so we had to source it overseas. So we had to look for suppliers, we had to look for factories who we can partner with to provide this material. Second tip, I would say, to start a business is probably to really research on the right suppliers. So because we had to go overseas, we needed to really like pin down the right type of suppliers and the factory. So we did ocular visits. We even sought the assistance of government agencies, and we even asked the help of a translator to come with us for our meetings so that nothing gets lost in translation.
How long was the time in between, from you thinking that I'm going to start a business into doing all this research?
A year and a half.
Okay.
I was doing the research while I was even still working in Singapore before making the jump, before resigning, before moving back here, ganyan. Kasi it's super important for us to provide quality products. And by working directly with these factories, with the suppliers, we're able to keep our prices also fair and reasonable.
So how long have you been running the company already?
It's a corporation, so we incorporated siguro mga almost a year na rin here in the Philippines.
It's nice to see Filipinos who have been working abroad come home and then do something that will allow them to make money here, kasi that's the dream of a lot of Filipinos also that work abroad, that they could have enough money also that they could also come back.
Actually, Marvin, yun nga, being an online company, we could actually launch it naman anywhere in the world, but we decided to launch it here in Manila, in the Philippines. Of course, firstly, because this is really our home ground, it just makes sense to bring back rin to your country to start here and provide employment. And there's a lot of opportunity talaga here in the Philippines.
What's the biggest challenge naman for people who are starting?
Because we're an online company, so customers really would like to try on the shoes. They want to feel it. How does it feel? In the pictures, you can't really see that, right? So we needed to establish guide shops in the city. So where we are right now, this is Felipe and Sons here in BGC. So it's a guide shop which offers customers to try on for size, to view it, to feel it before they actually purchase online. So we have guide shops here, and then we also have in Makati City. So yun yung one of the challenges talaga, is to address the issue of customers who want to try it on first before buying online.
Does competition matter when you're starting, or you just develop something that will make you also create your own market?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Competition does matter. You need to know who are the existing players right now in the market. So that was also one of part of our research. So we did also a business plan actually.
Wow.
Old school kami.
No naman.
We did a feasibility study really to see yung mga competitors namin, how much will we need to shell out to start a business and all of that. Because you need to know what your competitors are doing. Because you need to also carve your own niche, your own market. Kami, we're purely online and all our shoes are ready to wear. So we already have the stocks ready to ship to the customers.
Number one, a mistake that you've learned from all of this that you wish you should have done it better. And then from that mistake, what did you learn from it?
I think one of that would be like when you run events, you really need to know who to partner with. So we've done a series of offline events. I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I would say it's part of the learning process. No? You need to really carefully choose who you partner with. Talagang para to maximize your time, your effort. Kasi we're a small, lean company. So we have very limited resources.
What's your tip for people who also want to do what you're doing? How much do they need to save? And to add to that also, syempre you had funds for the business, pero was there an amount of cash that you would think na, sige, I need this also, so that if the company doesn't do well in a year, 2 years, we'll still survive?
Siguro number one is working abroad, you have the opportunity to earn more. So with that comes bigger responsibility to save more. And we're not always going to be working abroad for the rest of our lives, right? So ako, from the start pa lang, I really had the vision that I would one day start my business here in the Philippines. So from day one pa lang, I worked towards a savings plan with my husband on how we can actually achieve that. And then before we actually really jump ship to go back home, we made sure that you have enough savings to probably last you like 6 months to a year, or even more, the better. And if you have extra funds, it will be great to dabble into other investments like real estate or financial markets. So I won't suggest to just all of a sudden leave your job and then start the business. It's risky, but there's also great returns.
For me, it's fulfilling. I've never had a job for more than 10 years already. The ability to live life at your own terms, the ability to wake up when you want, pero also the responsibility that if you don't do well, or you don't even work pag tinamad ka, or you're just at your couch watching Netflix, then you also lose a lot of money as well.
So, the hustle is every day talaga kaya. As for us business owners, you're always thinking about how to make the business better. You're always thinking about your customers. You're always thinking about how to improve your products. Always in the back of your mind.
But I hope you guys got a lot from this video. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. Bye everyone.